I'm gonna straight up admit that I messed up badly, and now I only have the speed paint footage of sketching and line art because I never got it when I was coloring and shading. So now we only have speed paint of the line art and sketch, so like nothing I can do about that. The piece is already done. Anyways, apparently July 1 is Canada Day, and my main story with my OCs. The story it mainly takes place in Canada, because Lake Ontario has a very big importance to the series. Okay, so that's why it takes place in Canada, and I have my Canadian character. By technicality, he's French Canadian, slightly American, but mostly Canadian anyway. Okay, so I have him, and for his this speed paint for Canada Day, I'm going to shout out a bunch of Canadians that I know. So as in no, when I say no, as in like I watch on like YouTube or like they're a Canadian character in something. So first off is, I don't know, probably the crew. They're all Canadian. They're all born in Canada, but I think they're partly Vietnamese, if I recall correctly. Anyway, they're Canadians, and I enjoy their stuff, so they get to get a Canadian shout out. Next up is the YouTuber Chewy Dog One. You probably, if you maybe people who watch me are have watched some of Chewy Dog's videos, but he is Canadian, as expressed in his "Does Canada Exist in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure" short. So I like his JoJo videos, so he gets a Canadian special shout out. Next up is Gaia from Date Everything, who is a Canadian, specifically from Newfoundland and Labrador. I think it's Labrador. Well, it's Newfoundland. When you're introduced to her in the game, she says she is from Newfoundland, and another Canadian I want to shout out is the user on Comic Studio who is Canadian and always helps me when I have questions about Canadians. I really appreciate that, but unfortunately, I don't remember your exact username. But even then, you get a special Canadian shout out on Canada Day. The last Canadian I'll shout out is Bear Hugger from the Punch Out games, cause I like raw fish. Anyways, this is almost the end of the speed train footage I was able to get, so I'll cut over to the final piece once it's complete. I checked my YouTube analytics and 1.2% of my viewers are Canadian. So this is for those that 1.2% of Canadians who watch me.